We are now going to go live to Anthony Albanese addressing Parliament following the death of the Queen.
On behalf of the Australian people, we pay tribute to and acknowledge Her late Majesty's exceptional life of dedication to duty and commitment to Australia and the Commonwealth. We extend our congratulations to Your Majesty on your accession to the throne. We express our respect for Your Majesty and pledge to work to achieve peace and prosperity for Australia and the Commonwealth.
I call the Prime Minister.
Mr Speaker, with the passing of Queen Elizabeth II, an historic reign and a long life devoted to duty, family, faith and service has come to an end. The second Elizabethan age is over. Despite all the solemn pageantry that has served to remind us of this sad fact, it is hard to grasp that Queen Elizabeth II now belongs to the realm of memory. We give thanks for her long and exceptionally well-lived life, and we do so here in the building she opened for a nation she loved as part of her greater family. A new permanent home for the Parliament she described as both the living expression of that federation and the embodiment of the democratic principles of freedom, equality and justice. And when she joined Bob Hawke to do the honours in 1988, out there by the Michael Nelson Jacamara mosaic that so caught her eye, she could see the old Parliament House that her own father opened in 1927. What a shining thread through our houses of democracy, through our own history. Indeed, Her Majesty's reign was so long that to most of us, she was simply always there. She was a rare and reassuring constant amidst rapid change. But even the brightest star must eventually set, leaving us with the memory of the glow. The Queen was our head of state for a majority of our existence as a federation. It's also important to remember the personal as well. A much-loved wife, mother, grandmother and great-grandmother, the gravitational centre around which a family turned, which I believe is one of the reasons that she was always so much more than a monarch to us. The Queen lived a life of privilege, but one that was always balanced by an unyielding sense of duty of service, a desire to give. That noble counterweight of the spirit was something she bore faithfully for the United Kingdom, for Australia, and for the great family of nations we call the Commonwealth, a family that grew so swiftly on her watch. Even as the focus began to shift more towards the individual, the Queen embodied a sense of duty that placed community and selflessness first. The Queen never lost her belief in society. Underpinning all of it was an inner strength, one that was tested early. The first time was when her uncle, Edward VIII, abdicated, a seismic act that shifted the crown onto her father's head, transforming him into George VI and the young princess into the heir to the throne. And it all unfurled as Britain was about to face the threat of what Winston Churchill called the abyss of a new dark age. The second was when her beloved father died, aged just 56, finally spent by the burdens of war and illness. Princess Elizabeth was only 25, the news reaching her in Kenya the day before she and Prince Philip were due to board the SS Gothic for their journey to Australia. The dream of relatively calm years raising a family with Philip were over. The princess returned to England as Queen, the responsibilities of the throne on one shoulder, the sudden absence of her father on the other. Somehow, in her grief, she found the strength to measure up to the expectations of a nation and the 1,000-year-old institution into which she'd been born. When asked what name she would be taking as Queen, she bucked the trend by replying, "My own, of course." It was just one hint of the stability and continuity that she would provide.